Joshua Tree National Park is a national park in California's Palm Desert. This is the landscape. It's part of the desert biome, and it has these unique rock formations. So, 270 million years ago, a continental plate collided with a dense sea plate, which was called the Farallon Plate, and then that plate submerged under the continental plate, and then water and gases subsequently released into the continental plate. And then in those crevices, chambers of magma formed, which then cooled and cracked over time. And then over thousands of years, the soil eroded and revealed these rock towers. Okay, the desert biome consists of the Colorado and Sonoran deserts. The terrain is rugged and rocky, and it has an elevation of 2,000 to 6,000 feet. It has warm summers and cool winters and gets minimal rainfall. My voice cracked. Did you hear that?
Wait. Can I see something?
We're recording, but it's fine.
I don't think we're going to use this footage.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, I
I
hope they're probably going to get a laugh out of this. Hey, guys. Okay, so the producers are the cushion foxtail cactus, the cotton top cactus, and the hedgehog cactus. Over here is the cotton top cactus. It's very beautiful. And the consumers are California tree frog, red-spotted toad, and the Gambel's quail, which is right here. And the climate is very arid, and that affects the distribution of vegetation. Also, the soil has a lot of difficulty retaining moisture, naturally, as it's in the desert biome.
It's fine. The types of ecosystems. It's a desert ecosystem with two different parts. It's like there's the Colorado Desert, which is warmer and contains the bush octillo and cholla cactus, and then there's the Mojave Desert, which is much cooler and even snows in the winter, which has the Joshua trees and yucca. Major endangered species in the park is the desert tortoise. It's on the California's federal endangered species list. It's becoming endangered or is endangered due to more humans moving into the western lands, which creates a loss of their habitat, and it's more industrialized, so there's not as much room for the tortoise to live. And then also the black ravens, because of all the people, there's the black ravens come to eat the people's food, but also feast on tortoise hatchlings. The characteristics in need of preservation is its unique environment and all the things that come with that, along with the Joshua trees that live for hundreds of years and need to be preserved and protected, and their unique geological features.
Joshua Tree National Park's effect on human history has been pretty unique. Humans have occupied it for about 5,000 years, and before it was actually in America, because obviously America was only inhabited for about 300 years. It was inhabited by many different types of cultures, like the Pinto, the Serrano cultures, the Chemehuevi, and the Coahuila cultures. But starting during the Americas, during the 1800s, cattlemen would use it as a type of green zone where they would take in their cattle for purposes such as keeping the park alive, and because it was really good grazing ground and such. So they would so a lot of different cattlemen would kind of take it in as a neutral zone where they could all like share the wealth of the land together. And starting in the 1900s, it was used primarily by miners to look for gold and other materials. And because of this, in the 1900s, a lot of people tried to say that they owned the land since they were trying to mine for riches and they wanted all the riches on the land to be theirs. But fortunately, the government didn't allow for this. And most of these cultures left a cultural imprint somehow, such as our current imprint for this generation has been by Minerva Hoyt, which is protecting the Joshua National Tree. The government agency responsible for its protection was created. The actual national park was created by Congress to try to preserve the deserts, And it was first considered a national park in 1936, and that's when it really got its first type of real protection. But it got further protection from the California Desert Protection Act in 1994, and the final leg of protection that it got was from the Bureau of Land Management from 1995 to 1999, and it was mainly for financial stability.
Okay, so threats to the area. One big threat is humans, and there's been some problems with vandalism in the park where people break in after hours and spray paint. You can see here's a picture of a rock that's been graffitied, and that's created stricter regulations for who can go in the park and when. And and there's good things and bad things, so that means you can't really see as much, but it does mean it's getting more protected. Another threat is the climate change. It's a really sensitive ecosystem, and right now there's not enough young trees growing. For the past 30 years, there haven't been enough young trees. And so if we don't get more trees, the park's eventually just going to die out, and it won't be there anymore. And a final threat to the area is invasive species. There are some grasses that spread really easily and don't allow the Joshua trees to grow. For example, the red brome, which is in the other corner there. And there's these types of grasses actually carry fires a lot more easily. And so if there is a small fire, these invasive grasses will catch really easily and spread it, and so it's even more destructive to the park. All right, that's our presentation. Thanks for watching.